Now let's go ahead and give this final question a shot, everybody. Remember, no matter if you were confident or confused, what you want to do at this point is just take a step back. You did your best. Now let's make your best just a little bit better. Here we go. So first things first, we want to read that question, and it says, what is the total number of items in the secret collection? All right. So we want to know the total number of items in the secret collection. So blank items in the collection. Okay, cool. Now, the next step is let's go ahead and understand the situation. Let's understand the situation, any information that's about the items in the collection. So, in the beginning, it says, deep in an old storage room, a hidden display shows 8% of a secret collection. Okay, so let me write this down for you so we can really see whether we're multiplying or dividing. I got you. So it says again, a hidden display shows 8% of a secret collection. Okay, so 8% of the collection is, everybody pop quiz, is the other word, what do we write for is in math? Right, we're going to write equals. So 8% of a collection is on the hidden display. Now, this is how we know if we're going to be multiplying or dividing. It says this shown part, or the hidden display, has 18 items. The hidden display is 18 items. So we have 8% of the entire original collection is equal to 18 items. My party people, with that said, and the way that I said it, do we understand that we're finding the original value, the entire size of the collection? There we go. That's what we have to do, everybody. Give yourself the chance to sort through the information, see what you can represent so you can see what's missing, and then determine what that is. It takes time, but that confidence will come about slowly but surely. So what we have here, everybody, is 8% of a collection equals 18. 8% as a decimal is written how, everybody? 0.08. That is correct. 8%. Move that decimal place. Remember, always twice to the left. And that's going to be 0.08 right there. So we have 0.08 multiplied by the amount in the collection. It's going to give us 18. And so, to get the collection by itself, that's correct, Jaslyn. We're going to divide both sides by 0.08, nice and easy. So right there, 0.08 divided on both sides. Booyah, cancels out on the left. And this is where, again, some of that anxiety is going to creep in a little bit. But we see that we're going to have this cancel out. Collection equals 18 divided by 0.08. And if we want to divide by a decimal, the correct way to do it is to not divide by a decimal. We're going to move that decimal place over as many times as we need to turn this into a whole number. And in this case, in this particular case, it's twice. So what we'll do on the top is move it over twice, because 18 divided by 0.08, it's the same as doing 1800 divided by 8. And knowing that, right on, we can go ahead and do a simpler calculation to give ourselves an easier time to find that original amount. So 8 going into 1800, 8 goes into 1, it doesn't. 8 goes into 18 twice, because that's going to be 16. So we subtract there and get 2 left over. Drop that 0, and now we have 8 going into 20, still going to be twice. Right there. Then we have 2 times 8, which is 16. Subtract that 16. We get 4 left over. Then we drop that 0. Everybody, 8 goes into 40. How many times? Yeah, that's going to be a correct amount of 5 times. And there we go. The amount of items in the secret collection is going to be 225 items. And there we are, my party people. Boom. All good. Now, who here got this one right? As wow, I actually was able to bring it all together in terms of interpreting the word problem and then setting it up right and then dividing by a decimal correctly. Right? So remember, it's all a progression, and that's why I'm so excited to see y'all in the next lesson where we're going to continue to build upon this with more and more and more word problems of these types. So, we have other types like percent taxes and discount, simple and compound probability, but when we can master the percent basics, you'll see that that formula that we've learned today applies to every other idea about percents. So next question up, as always, everybody, first thing we always do is read the question sentence first. That's the biggest, best way to begin a problem because it gets straight to the goal. Like, what am I here for? What am I trying to do? So here we go. It says, how many cubic inches can it hold? Everybody, that might not be very revealing, but it actually does tell you exactly what we're trying to calculate. Yeah, it says how many cubic inches can it hold. It doesn't even, the word it doesn't even matter. There's two words here that if you put them together, it tells you exactly what you're going to be calculating. One more time, everybody, what are those two words going to be? Cubic is one of them. What is the second one? It's right next to it. It's the one right after. Cubic inches. Exactly. Cubic inches. That is a hint toward volume. That is volume. And everybody, given that we are not given any sort of volume in the first sentence, we're meant to calculate it. We're meant to calculate this. So what are we given? A cube-shaped storage container. Okay, sounds good. Cube-shaped storage container. Let's go ahead and see if I can kind of draw that up. Something along these lines, nice and easy. There we go. Booyah, there we go. There we go. There's our cube. And we're told that our sides here are 8 inches apiece. So here, there, and there for the height. So with that said, everybody, we're trying to find the volume. We know we have a cube. What is the formula for the volume of a cube? What is that going to be? The volume of a cube is what? It's going to be the side times the side times the side. Like a rectangular prism is length times width times height. The volume of a cube is the same sides. So it's just side, side, side. And another way to write that out is side cubed. That's another way to write that. And so let's go ahead and replace the s, the side, with 8. So it's going to be 8 cubed, which is the same thing as saying 8 times 8 times 8. Help me out, everybody. 8 times 8, that's going to be 64, right? And so up next, we just have to calculate 64 times 8 now. So 64 times 8, if we go ahead and just do this on the side over here, 4 times 8 is going to give us 32. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry the 3 is 51. So we have 512 cubic inches. And that's what makes the correct answer here. Answer choice D.